Chapter 734. Nathan, take Yudhir inside first and have his right hand checked. Nathan Zuckerman blinked as if asking if he had seen it too. He had the knack of conveying his intentions clearly with an impassive face. Yudhir acknowledged that he indeed has an exceptional ability to read the minds of Kishir, befitting an old adjutant. However, that didn't mean he planned to leave Nathan Zuckerman to follow that order. Yudhir immediately spoke up. My hand is fine. Shouldn't we prioritize examining the commander's arm instead? I have already given it a temporary fix. Kishir gestured with one hand, directing the cavalry members elsewhere, and replied calmly. There was no need to ask when he had done this, as both Yudhir and Nathan Zuckerman knew that Kishir possessed divine powers. However, people with divine power can only temporarily mend their own wounds. Stopping the bleeding might be feasible, but the healing ends once the own strength and energy diminish. That's good. It seems appropriate for you to see a priest or physician now. I have bought myself enough time not to do that. There are many urgent matters to address right now, so it's more logical for those in immediate need to receive treatment first. No, there is no one who would seek treatment before the person they serve. There could be situations where that's possible. Kishir, with a twisted smile, gestured towards the spot. There, injured cavalry members were gathered, attending to each other's wounds and wrapping bandages bought from the branch office. Some, who appeared more severely injured, were being assisted to move, evidently following Kishir's recent order to prioritize their treatment. Yudhir, anticipating such a response, remained determined. ... Though slightly overwhelmed, he didn't give up. Yudhir tried to persuade Kishir again. Meanwhile, Nathan Zuckerman had briefly left and returned, but Yudhir paid no attention to that. So, just as Yudhir was about to speak again, a large hand casually grasped his shoulder, blocking him. The person stepping forward was Nathan Zuckerman. Listening to this, it seems like the conversation is being prolonged over a simple solution. Do you have another plan? Yes, I just briefly checked outside the encirclement, and it seems a guest worthy of the Duke's attention has arrived. I will handle things here, so please escort the Duke there and get treated on the way. That will solve all problems. Nathan Zuckerman added an explanation, as if understanding what Yudhir was about to say. Although I'm not part of the cavalry, I have dealt with post-monster incidents several times in Paleta. I don't think this place requires a different approach. As for other urgent matters, our Lord must have already given orders, and for the rest, it's just a matter of coordinating with others. Wow, Nathan, you are so cool-headed. Nathan Zuckerman, as the representative of the Paleta Knights and Kishir's adjutant, had worked closely on many occasions. Thus, he was familiar with all the cavalry members here. Surprisingly, he too was undoubtedly capable of handling the situation. But Nathan Zuckerman staying behind alone, leaving an injured Kishir in this situation? It seemed unbelievable, but then again, that knight had already made a similar choice before. Are you truly not angry that Kishir was injured despite sending me ahead? I don't know if this is a mistranslation or what, but he called him Kishir in a conversation and not commander. If it's a translation error, I'll be like, But if it happened subconsciously, that is something. Nathan Zuckerman had claimed not to be angry, yet Yudhir hadn't believed he was sincere. However, if he truly wasn't, at that moment when Yudhir's expression subtly shifted, Kishir burst into laughter. Indeed, Nathan, a wise suggestion that saves time and satisfies everyone. Yes, and I'm unharmed and perfectly fine. Alright, I will follow your advice. Thus, Yudhir found himself accompanying Kishir. It all happened so quickly, leaving no room for further discussion. Outside the still maintained encirclement by the Imperial Army, it was quite chaotic. There were people who had evacuated because of the Star of Nagran, a few soldiers and knights in the uniform of the security force, a handful of crazed onlookers, and others insistently trying to push their way through. Well, I had anticipated this. Either's gaze shifted to a carriage stopped behind the chaotic crowd. The carriage, bearing the crest of the Honey family, was familiar. As expected. That's why Nathan Zuckerman said that. As if sensing his gaze, the door opened and Myra El Honey, the first princess of Honey, stepped out. Unlike before, she approached them quickly without wearing a robe to cover her face. The knights following her quickened their pace in response. The Honey family's influence in the south wasn't as strong as the Tain family in the west, but it was still significant. People realizing someone of importance had arrived quickly made way. Myra, with a pale face, spoke as she approached. I saw a large monster falling from the sky while returning to my quarters after talking with the knights. I immediately turned my carriage here, but they wouldn't let me in, saying it was dangerous. That's so. I'm sorry about that. We needed to block access around here because a battle was underway, Kishir replied. Myra, biting her lip, observed Yudhir's disheveled appearance and Kishir, who was also in a notably bad state. She seemed to have many questions, but quickly realized it wasn't appropriate to discuss more in such a public place. Instead, she asked one more question, loud enough for anxious people around to hear. So, is everything under control inside? Have all the monsters been dealt with? Yes, we have taken care of them all. We are currently dealing with the corpses. There is not much destruction, so once the cleanup is done, everyone can return. That's a relief. People around who heard the conversation between Kishir and Myra murmured among themselves. Did you hear? No major damage. How could there be no damage with such huge monsters falling? Are they really saying there is no damage? And the cavalry at the arena? The cavalry. As the cavalry's name echoed around and the crowd grew louder, they moved inside the branch office. Myra's expression turned to shock at the sight of the craters, dismembered corpses, and the black fluids that filled the scene. Truly, the cavalry killed them all, so many and so large and so quickly. Hearing it was one thing, but seeing the actual battlefield was evidently a different experience. The knights accompanying her, previously brimming with arrogance, quickly quieted down as well. Kishir responded with a quiet smile. I have only done what needed to be done. In fact, I came with the knights to offer assistance, but it seems that was unnecessary. We still need help, actually. We are short on hands for the cleanup. Then use the people I have brought with me. Do you need a priest as well? Did you bring a priest too? I summoned a priestess on the way here, so she should be arriving soon. She will arrive quicker than those we would have called. Moreover, she is discreet enough to be trusted with treatment. She is not from the Honey family but connected to me. The Empress herself knows who she is, so you can be at ease. In a foreign land with few acquaintances, such aid was most valuable. Finding someone to trust with treatment in a place lacking local natives or influential families was a considerable challenge, especially when injured. Kishir seemed well aware of this, his smile growing a bit broader. It seems we have formed a beneficial alliance. I will gratefully accept your help. Thanks to the cavalry swiftly dealing with those dreadful monsters, Charlotte remained unharmed and peaceful. If anything, I too have received help, so it's only right that I do my part. Her demeanor was remarkably steadfast, considering she had just seen her brother's corpse. Her ability to prioritize what she must protect over her personal feelings, thinking first of the people of the South, was impressive. If such a person had been the Duke of Honey, perhaps the great earthquake in the South in his previous life wouldn't have led to such devastating consequences. It wasn't long before the priestess Myra had summoned appeared. A middle-aged woman in priestly robes, she seemed slightly surprised at the assembly of people waiting inside the branch office, but quickly composed herself and spoke. I'm Gallium, a priestess from the Charloan Mataroa village branch. Who needs my assistance? Right here. Yidhir pointed to Kishir without hesitation. Kishir raised his eyebrows slightly as if he was a bit late in responding, but he didn't refuse the treatment.